VC, what's up, guys? I'm on here today. Man, I've been looking at a lot of these tags they've been putting out. A lot of great tags, man. Folk, uh, jazz. Uh, Nick Rudo just did a compilation vinyl tag, and Mazzy did a folk vinyl tag. There's a reggae one, a blues one, and today I put together 15 questions. I want to do a soul vinyl tag. And this will be Soul Vinyl Tag 2021. 15 questions that I came up with. So this is definitely you be able to go through your collection. And I would love to see a lot of people participate in this. So much soul music, man. I was racking my brain, the albums I was gonna pull. So much stuff. I remember as a kid hearing a lot of the music my mom used to play. My mom used to have a nice, huge, record collection. So I was just going off a lot of the stuff I used to listen to as a kid and then as growing up. But yes, 15 questions. The first one, the first soul album you ever bought. I went to this record store. I was working. Surprisingly, I was working uh, at Borders in the late '90s. So it was a lot of record stores over there in the Lincoln Park area. My first soul record I ever bought, I went into the shop, and I still have it to this day. I picked this one up because I love that track, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. As a kid, I used to listen to this Herb Kent, the cool gent. He used to play a lot of the old school stuff from the 60s and even the 50s. And this one resonated, man. This was my first record I ever bought, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. Tramp is on here. And then the I love that track, Open the Door. And I just tripped out. I found out when this album was released, he passed away. I believe it was in a plane crash. But yeah, Otis Redding, Dock of the Bay. This was my first record I ever bought. I still have the inner sleeve. It's an original stereo copy on Volt. Love this record, man. Dock of the Bay is beautiful. And it's tripped out. What's the name played on here? This is all Volt. Most of that stuff is the guy from the Booker T and the MGs. Steve Cropper is all over this record on guitar. One of the great session players, man. Number two, show a Motown album. Get no better than that. The original Temps. This was a second release. This is when Smokey started writing. He was writing for them guys because they didn't get any hits. And this one here was after this, the hits kept coming. Temptation seen Smokey. They re-released the way you do the things you do, and then the epic, My Girl. These were all compositions that was written by Smokey. I love You Beat Me to the Punch. I love their version of You Really Got a Hold on Me. It's Growing. Love It's Growing. But yeah, this is a Motown album I pulled, man. I love this record. I could have even went with Get Ready, that one that followed this. But yeah, this one here is the one. Smokey wrote the hits. The hits were flying, man. With the Temps. Number three, show a recent album you bought. I still say shout out to Mazzy for this one. Let's recommend on this one. Aretha Franklin, Young, Gifted, and Black. This album is just amazing. The Daydreaming, Rocksteady. This smokes, man. You talking about soul? Her piano playing, magical. Man, Aretha, man, man, she's like the best. Number four, show a soul 45 or a 12-inch. Gonna go with this one. This is the iconic Took me years to hunt this one down. This was a staple for the civil rights movement. Sam Cooke, Change is Gonna Come. Man, you talking about, when I heard that, I remember hearing it when I first heard this. It just, man, I wanted to cry. It's just so good. It, Sam just speaks on so many levels. Sam Cooke is the man. You could tell he influenced all those guys like Marvin and all those guys after him, Teddy and Donny Hathaway. But yeah, Change is Gonna Come on the RCA Victor. Sam Cooke, 45. A live soul album. Donny Hathaway live. Can't get no better than this, man. This guy, this is my original copy. Found this one. I couldn't believe how clean it was. It had the shrink wrap. I took the shrink wrap off. But yeah, this one has Ghetto Boy, the John Lennon cover, Jealous Guy, Voices, and then his version of What's Going On is magical, man. Donny Hathaway at the bitter end, New York. Yeah. True legend, man. Who's your all-time favorite soul singer? That would be number 6. Need I say more? I call him the GOAT, Marvin Gaye. I would have pulled another album, but today is more of a special day for this album. This album was released 50 years ago today. And it changed soul music forever. And I bet Berry Gordy was like, man, you shouldn't do these political type albums. But this album still, to this day, 50 years later, still resonate with what's going on today with all this, the politics, the violence, the different racial tensions. And yeah, I had to pull this when I tripped out. I couldn't believe how this was released exactly today. And yeah, this is my mobile fidelity copy. And you know I have an original. Well, I'm not gonna pull those out yet. I'm not gonna pull that out. But I do have an original of the Marvin Gaye too. So all right. Who's your favorite female singer? Now that one would be number 7. She passed away 2018. Aretha. I tried to rack my brain around. I was trying to think of all the different singers out there. Aretha, man. So many levels. I was watching that show. They did it's on National Geographic. Talking about Aretha, someone playing her. Cynthia Erivo was playing her. But yeah, this album here, Chains of Fools, and You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman's on here. You Make Me Feel. I mean, Carole King even says her version is the best, and she wrote the song. And this album is this came out in '68. And then, of course, the breathtaking Ain't No Way with her sister Carolyn. Man, she sings in octaves. But yeah, this opens up with Chains of Fools. So many legendary players on here. Eric Clapton's even on here. When he was with Cream, he's on this record. Bobby Womack. Oh, man. King Curtis is on here. There's so many people on this album. And then the Roger Hawkins, which recently passed away. One of the top session drummers out there. Yeah, this album speaks on so many levels. And produced by Jerry Wexler, you know it. Yeah, this is my original stereo copy. But Lady Soul. Show a Funk record. Parliament. Yes. Star Child, baby. Mothership Connection. P-Funk wants to get funked up on the Casablanca record. Tear the roof off the sucker. This is funk at its fullest. Funk. George Clinton, Bernie Worrell. This is a smoker. You can go with either this one. Chocolate Chip. Straight funk. So that's number 8, a funk record. Number 9, show a Blaxploitation soundtrack. Oh yeah. Little Child Running Wild. No Thing on Me. Superfly. Superfly was a bad man. Curtis, man. The Pusher, man. I have to show this is essential. I could have went with a lot of other ones, but this one is almost at the top of the heap. This is at the top of the heap for me. Curtis. Ron O'Neal playing Superfly. Pimps, hoes, your nose, and yeah. Superfly. Blaxploitation. That's number 9. Show your favorite soul album cover. Gonna go with this one. Another Marvin Gaye. This was always shown at the beginning of the show Good Times. This is the cover of I Want You. The artwork was done in 1971, 50 years ago, by Ernie Barnes. But yeah, this is my favorite artwork. Still stands as my favorite artwork. The Sugar Shack. Yeah, Marvin Gaye, I Want You. That's my favorite soul cover. That's number 10. Number 11, show a classic soul album from the 60s. Ain't That Good News. Man, ain't that news. Sam Cooke. Oh yeah, another Sam Cooke killer. Another Saturday Night. Change Is Gonna Come came from this album. That's on here. And my favorite personal track, in my opinion, my favorite is Rome Wasn't Built in a Day. Yeah. Sam Cooke, man. On RCA, 1964. Classic 70s album. So many classic 70s. I went with the guys I got to meet back in the 90s. The Isley Brothers. 3+3. Probably one of the top. I could have used this as a funk album. That Lady's on here. The cover of James Taylor's Don't Let Me Be Lonely Tonight. I love it. If You Were There. Seals and Crofts. They took that song and took it to the stratosphere with Summer Breeze. The 3+3 is straight, yeah, with Ernie. The guitar is slick. The guitar work, funky. And then you can't forget Listen to the Music, which was originally done by the Doobie Brothers. But yeah, Isley Brothers. And that one's on my classic soul 70s. And then classic 80s is my number 13. Show a classic 80s album. 1987. Sign of the Times. Prince. You got that look. The self-titled. Sign of the Times. The opener. This is almost like his political. Talking about the gang's disciples and yeah. If I Was Your Girlfriend. And then he had a rock joint on here. When I saw Prince back in 98, he did The Cross. And Nothing Could Take the Place of Your Man. If I Was Your Girlfriend. Slow Love. Hot Thing. Yeah, this is the recent one. This was the recent one I picked up. The Peach Vinyl. But yeah. Classic soul album of the 80s. And that's number 13. Number 14. Show a soul debut, a duet album. Yeah. Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell. Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing. Keep on loving me, honey. And oh man, there's so many. And you're all I need to get by. That's so timeless. Yeah, Tammy Terrell, Marvin Gaye, duet album number 14. That was my Show Your Duet album. And then my last and final number 15. What's your favorite soul song? Beatles Connection, Earth, Wind and Fire. Hands down, my favorite Earth, Wind and Fire song. I remember hearing this as a kid. Got to Get You Into My Life. You know who that was originally written by? McCartney, Lennon combo, the duo. But yeah, Gotta Get You Into My Life is such a banger, man. This is, yeah, these are my 15. These are my 15 questions. I'm going to have that at the bottom. I'm going to have that at the bottom of my, you can just click that and you can, I would love for everyone to participate. 15 questions in 15 minutes. That's pretty damn good. And also, yeah, keep up those vinyl tag guys. I mean, they're awesome, man. Awesome. Oh, I gotta definitely get on. I gotta do some of those other ones, man. I definitely wanted to get into that blues one. I just didn't have enough blues records, man, to get into it. And I definitely wanted to do the folk, but I don't have enough folk. But yeah, this is one I put together. Soul Vinyl Tag 2021, guys. And I want to say peace.